So let me just. Great. So it's now my screen visible to you, and I hope things are all clear. So, whatever I talk in this whole webinar series, as I told you, I generally take it on every Wednesday. Okay, every Wednesday, 5:30, and it's going on. And I have intention to keep it on year and month on month basis. So that is, you can say, a one common discussion day for all our Francis team members. So that's a kind of day I have fixed. So from now onwards, you don't have to register. The best thing is you don't have to register. Your today's registration will continue for years. So every Wednesday, you will just get the reminder. That's all. You don't have to register. The same registration will work. So that's good thing for you. And let me just recall what we have learned and where we left the last discussion. So it's a basically I explained you all and assumed that you all understand this same model of business. Our business is divided in these four stages. Stage one is all about lead generation. That means targeting your audience, identifying the places or the crowd or the people among whom you want to spread your services, whom you want to talk. And that is something where you ultimately felt the need of digital marketing. So that's the very important area, and we call it digital marketing. So that's something we keep learning in all our different sessions, that how to reach or make your voice reach to people. So uh, let's move to stage two. Stage two is very important for any distributor, where they want to make sure that conversion goes seamless. And in our industry, conversion consists of lot many things. It's a KYC check. So first you have to check the KYC. So that is very a big thing. And then you have to make the KYC. So checking is a one thing, making is one another thing. So make a KYC, check a KYC, and then there are different things like making a platform ID, XYZ, NASH, FATCA. So these all are included. So what if you can look at consolidating all this and wrapping it in one simple method? So that is something you need to learn about and start practicing. So that is second. The third area is very important for you, is the execution. So that also requires some digital learning and training to have a faster execution. And I will show you a few examples of faster executions and some better ways to increase your executions. Execution means transactions. So that is something you need to learn about the best methodologies. And stage four, it's also very important, the monitoring. So monitoring is something which you need to really learn about, because if you can't monitor your clients well, or you can't keep in touch with them properly, so that relationship will certainly going to die at a point of time, because there is a huge competition. There are a lot of people chasing the same customer, and we need to be really careful about handling our customers so well that they should stick to us, be loyal to us, and everything which you do should be under the SEBI's compliance rules. So that is also has to be taken care, that you should not go beyond the boundary. You can't, for example, send suggestions. You can't give them advices. You cannot present them a financial plan to achieve a goal or something. So there are a lot of restrictions. So we have to work within those given boundaries. So that is also useful. And in my whole training, I tried my best and keep trying my best that I should train you on both the aspects. Number one, to remain under compliance, and number two, to how to really effectively use the digital modes available to you. Chalo. So that's all the background what we were talking about. So what we are doing today, in last 4 or 5 classes, I discussed a lot about lead generation and and monitoring. So these both. So I talked and discussed about how to attack or reach your existing customers and your new customers. Okay, and when I'm saying that, I am not repeating again because that will come in my another sessions. So I already have shared videos on YouTube where you can go if in case you have missed those sessions. That how to deliver your contents, how to deliver your contents to your existing and new customers. And under the process, we learned about delivering through WhatsApp. So that's one mode of delivering your content. We learned about delivering our contents through email. So that is very important. And we saw step to step things in MailChimp. So MailChimp is very important element, which I taught you in my previous sessions. And I will again talk about MailChimp in my another sessions, forthcoming sessions. So don't worry about it. Even if you missed, we will talk a lot more about these topics again and again. So everything will get covered. So don't worry about it. It's not a kind of a college classroom or a school classroom. It's a practice session which we are doing. So we'll keep practicing till when we uh, make sure that yes, we have learned it. So WhatsApp mode and email mode and then social media mode. So these are the three basic medium through which we can communicate or send our content. And we learned all these three things. Under the social media and email and WhatsApp, we also added some part of Wix. So Wix is a blog page from where you can create bloggings. So we also saw initial part of Wix. Now, so I'm just keeping it hold and going to chapter or stage number 2 and 3. So today what we are going to learn about stage 2 and 3, how to use your digital mediums or digital tools available within Fences so that you can convert your clients faster and make better execution practices. So that's what. So there can be few audience and my members who already are aware about it. So I will only request them to be patientful. Maybe there could be any additional message for you. And those who have not yet started practicing converting online conversion and online execution, they will really be the beneficiary today. So they will gain a lot. So I'm going to do that session. Let's start. And as I said, today is chapter 6, and there could be maybe 60 more chapters. So don't worry, this name is just for the sake of chapter 6. This financial year, we have uh, touched chapter 6. So topic is understanding onboarding and transaction API. So this is the topic I'm going to talk about, and this is the topic which I have kept for today's session. That how to really get better efficiency in terms of stage 2 and stage 3 of our organizational work. So that's the learning I'm going to take. Now I have written a word here that for any onboarding and transactions, you require an API. So, what is an API? Before explaining your API, let's first understand the mechanism of purchase and sale in our country, or in any country for that matter. So, there is a customer and there is another customer. So, if a customer sells to a customer and a customer buys from another customer, so that trade is between two customers. So that is called a secondary market, or rather, you can say that happens at exchange. So that is the exchange. Okay, a person gets unit, another person get money, and so that's the way they exchange, and that is the pattern. This exchange, which is digitalized today in our country, and that is available in terms of different names. So NSE and BSE are the famous exchanges. NSE, BSE, there can be Kanpur Stock Exchange, Assam Stock Exchange, Delhi Stock Exchange, and n number of. So there are 28, 29 different exchanges available in India. But of course, the major exchange are NSE and BSE, where most of the people come for shopping or selling. So there are people who come to buy and there are people who come to sell. They all meet and exchange their hands. So that's a very famous known thing for all of us in this financial industry. Now, how a person can buy or sell in an exchange? Say example, this is Mr. A, this client is Mr. A, and Mr. A buys but do not delivers his units or shares, and he runs away. So how will exchange track that person? If exchange has got his KYC, exchange has got his address proof, maybe his bank details, all verified, and other thing. So exchange needs that person's complete account here. So that account, which is called trade account, that is first important thing. So every exchange should have a trade account of Mr. A and Mr. B both. So that trade account opening process is really a whole lot of exercise in exchange. Today also, if you see, there are 28, 29 different pages through which a person can really get a trade account, open a trade account. So, and then you also have to open a demat account if you want to put your purchased units in demat. So you have to have a demat account also. I hope you understand that. Now, in case of mutual funds, what is the difference? The same exchange, same NSC and BSC offers you that please come on my platform. So whom they are offering? They are offering to customers that please come on my platform, and they offer to AMCs, the mutual fund companies, AMCs. Ki, boss, you also come on our platform, and they asked customer also to come on platform, because in mutual fund the purchase and sale is done by fund only. There is no counterparty. The counterparty in case of mutual fund, open-ended mutual fund, the counterparty is fund itself. That's the very important MP question which you must have learned. Okay, so in a close-ended or a stock exchange, the counterparty is the buyer or the seller. But here, in case of mutual fund trading account, the counterparty is always AMC. So even if you're a buyer, you have to buy from AMC. If you're a seller, you have to sell to AMC. So that's the way things happens. And in this case also, there need to be an account. But this account of Mr. A and Mr. B will be a different account, wherein the tradings and settlements are done by the another counterparty, which is called AMC. Chalo. So now, as you understood, so there are exchange for share bazaar, there are exchange for mutual fund bazaar, and the mutual fund bazaar exchange is again being dominated by NSE, and that is called NSE NMF, NSE NMF, and BSE. So both are dominating this exchange market again, just like they have done in shares. They are most popular two exchanges in mutual funds also. But besides that, there are different mutual fund platforms. So BSE Star and NSE MNF are the famous one, but there are ICX. They also have their own platform, and there are another few names which are coming up. I don't know exactly, but they are planning to come out. MFU itself is another platform, mutual fund utility platform. So there are different ones. So today my session is all about BSE. So I'm going to talk about BSE platform and BSE API. So that is what I am going to talk about. So once you learn this, everything is almost same in other cases also. But today I am going to talk about BSE. And as you know and must know that we offer API of both NSE and BSE. Now, what is the API? So API means, if, say example, this is the exchange where a customer needs to open an account to buy it from a AMC now, and you want this same system to have in your mobile application. So if you create in mobile or a website, so say there is a website or there is a mobile, if you want to create the similar interface, like a person who want to buy, they can sell, they can switch, and they can do anything directly from your website and API, website and mobile application. So in order to create that, you have to bring in the codes of this platform, bundle it in your website, and this is called API. Means your orders from your app will get connected to the exchange, orders from your website will get connected to the exchange. So it's a kind of connectivity, it's a kind of joiner which is being used to activate the features in your mobile and website. Chalo. So let's learn and understand that how to use these API in most effective manner and what to learn here. So today I'm going to touch the topics like how to get started with the API. So that is very important. There are maybe the audiences here. There can be people who have not yet assigned or registered for NSE or BSE or any other platform. So for them, it is going to be useful that how to use it. So as I said, I'm only talking about BSE today. So I will talk about how to getting started with API codes and passwords of BSE. The second is how to create client codes and onboarding, because that is going to be very important thing in this whole scenario which I just presented. Operating in exchange is not a big thing, but creating an account of Mr. A and Mr. B to start trading or exchanging their units and money, that for that we really need to reduce our working time, then only our business efficiency will grow. So that is important, that how to quickly create the client codes and get them onboarded. So that is something we are going to learn. And finally, how to manage the transactions. So once the transaction is done, what are the tools which you have to see and check that from where does the transaction has happened, whether it has happened from a mobile, from web, from BSC, for NSC. So because once you get online, you created the API and exposed it to the world. So you don't know who is doing what, because there can be n number of people who can be logging in and doing in the transactions. May not be today, but tomorrow they will start doing it. So you will have a every day, end of the day, closing orders, and that's the way you have to understand how to check those MIS and other things. So getting started with API code. So let's first see how to start with API code. And if you, as I told you, API code is nothing but a connector, a joiner. In BSC, they give you 5 digit, it's wrongly written, not 4, it's a 5 digit code which they give you. That's your member code, okay, member ID. That is very important. So you first get registered with BSC as a member ID. So you may write it down as a question which you can ask me at the end. For example, if you don't know how to get your member ID registration, you can ask me a question. I will send you the answer for that. So that is something which you know. So you get a 5 digit member ID, and then after that ID, if it is written 01, so they give you a username written 01 and a password for this code, which is your admin code. So Friends, this is your admin code. Okay. Now, after this, you get a 02 ID, and 02 ID or 03 or 04 or 06, whatever you take after 01 is your API ID. And the API ID is something, or API code is something which you give it to us to integrate in your mobile or website. So that's called API integration. Okay. So anyone who is connected here, who is using BSC, or they have not yet got this connected to our platform or your own website, you only have to get this 02 ID and give it to us. Okay. Once you give it to us, your system keeps setting up or resetting the password automatically. So this is used for your uses, and this 02 goes into the system. That is called API setup. So now once you have done that, your client will like to trade. So how will they trade? So either they will start trading, and in between they get to know, oh, sorry, I don't have a code. So system will tell him, sorry, your code is not yet generated. Generate a code now. Otherwise, other way around, admin can create a code and then give the client that yes, your code is done. So whatever the method is, whatever the route is, code has to be created. So whether it comes in between as a hindrance, or you get to see that I will see and show you immediately as a demo how to do that. Now let's understand how admin can create codes. So let's first see how admin can create. So you people are admin, you are the boss, you are the broker and distributor. So how will you create codes? So creating codes from BSC platform, although it's very cumbersome and time taking, but still let's understand that. And this is going to be very, very short and fast creating code from fences. So if you prefer this route, if you start creating from fences, your work will be done very, very fast. So that's what I'm going to show. And this is the key session crux today, that how to onboard your clients on BSC through fences for faster model and faster thing. Those who are using NSC or MFU and any other thing here, they don't worry. They just see the process, and things are almost similar and replicated there also. So let me just, and on the client side also we will see how client can create the ID. So client can of course only create from fences, because client has no access to BSC platform, so they cannot create ID from BSC. So I hope you understand that they can't, and you should never give that also, because you don't want the client to show the route to direct cams or BSC or NSC or something. So of course you would like to give him or her your application or your website to create code and start investing. So in case of client, you have only one option, and in case of admin, you can use the platform or you can use the fences. So let's see process flow first. So on the first process flow, let me log into BSC and show you the things. I hope it is there. So as you know, in BSC, it's very simple. You have to go to BSC. I'm opening up my uh, sample code. Just a minute. So I'm putting it up like this: 214.04.01. So see, 01 is my admin ID. So I'm entering here as a 01. And if I just write the member codes, 214 54. Password I have entered and the login. Just a second, let me take the OTP. I'm taking the OTP दे दीजिए नितिका जी. Sorry, maybe they are not able to give it to me because phone is not with me, it's lying with someone else. OTP 293 088. Okay, so my OTP has come and this is here. So you see, the first thing in BSc, the most important thing which you know is, if you are creating clients from BSc, you have to go to admin, and under admin you have to go to client details. Okay, admin, client details. Under the client details, you just click on client master. Once you do that, this is the form area which has just opened. Okay, this is the form area, so you have to fill all these forms here. Now this is very simple, although you can do all the completion details and all, and then finally once you do that, you have two options. Option one is to uh, get things or verification code sent on client email. So that is a default option, but it will take time for client to revert back and tell you, hello sir, yes I have verified. So till when it is not done, the status, you see admin, and there is an admin report. Under the admin report there is a client status. So if you see the status here, it will show you pending. So till when the customer has not, so like these are active status, active, but there can be the status pending also, just if client has not approved it. So today, tips number one which I am giving to you, that you all, whosoever is using BSc, please get rid of that client approval letter. ओके, जो लोग भी बीएससी यूज कर रहे हैं वो बीएससी में बोल के अपना क्लाइंट कंफर्मेशन फॉर क्लाइंट कोड वाला प्रोसेस बंद करवा लीजिए. हाउ विल यू डू दैट? देयर आर टू वेज. मैंने आप लोगों के इस पे देखिए हैंडआउट्स है आपके. I have given a BSc letter here. You see, BSc letter. It's already written in your handouts. Just download it. The same letter you have to send to your BSc people. It is saying something like this. I'm showing you how it shows. This is the BSc letter. So if any of you have not done that, must do this. In the letter I have given you whom to email. You should email to this. You can copy your local manager, local regional manager, and you can say, dear sir, We are following guidelines as per MF or SEBI for client registration and modification for investor details. So request you to kindly remove client registration or modification authentication process. Okay. So once you send it, they will give you a confirmation, and this simple letter from your email will help you save lot of time, because your submission, once you submit your form from here, client details and client master, it gets immediately pre-approved. Okay, but that is not enough, friends. That is not enough. Once it gets approved, what is your second job? Your second job is to go for again client details and do the FATCA. So what you do? You do first open the form, then you do a FATCA. Once you do the FATCA, then what you do? After doing FATCA, you go for here SIP. Under the SIP, it is mandate, and under the mandate, there is registration, and then you register for up to 10 lakh. You can register up to 10 lakh here, and it is called e-mandate. So this link also you have to send. So there are three jobs. Job number one is creating the account. That is the prime job. Second job is to go under client detail, do the FATCA. Job number three is to create a mandate. Mandate means even if you require it or don't require it, you have to create a mandate. So that is very important aspect here. Now, once you do that, every day evening when you close your office, you need to check from admin report client status that what all things are pending and what all things have done. So for example, for today there is nothing pending, all is done, things are closed. So that's the way you go ahead. Now, in this presentation, what I wanted to show you is that while doing from BSE or in creating a code from BSE, you cannot check KYC. You see, there is no instant method that will check KYC status. So you have to separately do that and then start creating account. If the KYC is no, then you have to first get the KYC done and then come back to account creation. Yeah, you know. So that is the first problem. The second problem is, after creating the AOF, account opening form has to be downloaded. You get it signed from the customer, upload it with the cancel check of the customer. Otherwise, your application will be accepted, but the transaction will be rejected. That has become compulsory from 1st of May. So they are not allowing you to transact. Even if you transact, it will go, the customer money will get stuck up. So it is very important for you to understand this step. So what is this last step? The step is go in admin, go to client details. Under the client detail, there is AOF download. You first download the AOF. So whatever code you have opened, you enter it, download the AOF account opening form, get it signed by the customer, and then come back here on image upload and then upload it under UCC. Upload it, choose the file and upload it. How this is sounding? This is sounding very, very cumbersome, very, very time taking. You cannot make more than 3 or 4 clients a day, because that is going to take hell lot of time for you. Moreover, if the client is not locally present, then you have to send the PDF to them on an email and ask them to sign, scan, and send it back to you, or through the WhatsApp, and then you will upload it. So the whole process is going to be very, very cumbersome. You can't really make it. So what you should do is then create client from Princess. That is the beauty I'm going to talk about. And as I said, this is the climax. This is the main part of our today's presentation. That if you create client through Finsis admin app or Finsis client app, both. So either Finsis client app or Finsis admin app, both way, you will really be doing it in such a fast manner and quickly that things get simple. Let me show you that demo, and that will be the great learning for you. So the first important thing on a physical theory, let me tell you, whether it is admin app or a client app, whatever you are using, you have to log in as a customer or search the customer and start creating account. Once you start creating account, you see what happens. KYC is automatically checked. As you enter the PAN card, the system checks the KYC. If KYC is not there, video KYC is integrated or has to be integrated so that your video KYC is done immediately. No issues at all. And those who have not yet seen how video KYC is done, so simple, so perfect, so they must see this video. I'm posting it in the chat and see how simple it is to really do KYC. Yes, there are few things which you have to take care of. For example, you need to really take care of or explain your customers how to use this app, because if they are not sitting in front of you, they generally miss some steps, like uh, after doing the video they don't sign it. Sign it means e-sign, that is called digital signature. So these are the something which we have explained here in this demo video. So as I am clicking here and showing it just for the sake of you. So let me welcome friends in this. So as you see here, how to use the video KYC, let me show you, and that's the demo which will help you. So the first of all, what you do, you download the app Fund Connect, or if it is in your name, that doesn't bother us. In the both case, the process is same. So Fund Connect is something which goes free and comes free with your Finsis 360 package. So you just download the app, um, and as I said, if you want to use it as a customer, use the Fund Connect, and if you are using admin app, then use Finboard. So whatever you use, it is your choice. Okay. So as you see here, this is the Fund Connect, which is already downloaded, and now we will go to step 2. Once you open the app will ask you or the customer, because if you are the customer, so it is asking you to enter your distributor mobile number or ARN number. So whatever the details you enter, you just jump into the app and say, example, I entered it. It will connect me through the company. Now it is asking for the login detail. Because I am the first time customer, I don't have a login detail, so I have to enter with mobile number. But in case I am a repeat customer, I can use my login details. So that is all choice. Okay, that is very simple. Say the customer uses the mobile number because they don't know it, so I entered the mobile number. And once I did that, you see I got the OTP. As I entered the details here, it is asking for the PAN, because that is most important thing. I have to enter the PAN, the date of birth, and the name as on PAN card. So the system identified that, oh, Abhinesh, you don't have KYC. So the system gave me an instruction ki, boss, be ready with your ID proof, be ready with your address proof, and a plain paper signature, and I'm going to start that process. So that's the way I clicked on get started. Once I clicked on get started, I am after getting ready. So first of all, I have to upload my PAN card, and it's very simple. I uploaded it. That picture has to be very clear. So there sometimes customer just click it very far away. So just advise your customers that your signature should come clearly. Signature is very important point here. So you have to do that, and then the picture, and then finally once you do that, the PAN is uploaded. and all the details comes in a text. So, and you just check it that things are okay. Now next step is I'm picking it from Aadhaar. So address proof, I picked my address proof. There also I have to take care that my picture is clear, it should not be blurred. And pictures once taken, I clicked. Now here customers have to take a special care. You see address, there are some wrong text which has entered, like Lucknow has come twice and thrice in miss address. So you have to correct it according to your uh, Aadhaar card. So I just made the correction. I removed this city, I removed this pin code, and even state from my address column because those are already present there. Yeah, so city is already there, my state is already there. So I just finally submitted it. Once I submit, it will show me another step. You know, this is the difference, friends, I was talking. I am capturing FATCA details here only. So the customer's time is saved. They don't have to do a separate FATCA for that. So that is very important. I did the FATCA here, and plain paper signature, I just uploaded it. You see, I uploaded the signature. It's gone. And it is asking me to take a picture. So picture can be either I can click the picture by from the camera instantly. In my case, I have this passport size, so I just clicked it and finally pasted. Now it is saying get ready, we are going to take your videos. So this is the number which has came in front of me on the screen. I just noted this number and spoke it like this. Okay, I spoke the number, and there are a lot of people who don't press the record button also. We get such rejections. People don't click on the record button. So in my case, I just clicked on the record button, and finally my video is recorded, and I just submitted it. It is saying okay. Video uploaded as per KYC norms. You're required to e-verify. E-verify means I have to e-sign through NSDL. So now I said okay, proceed for the signature. So this is also the point where a lot of people stop and they think that KYC is done, but it's not done. Your signature has to be done, which is called e-signature. So see how it is going. It is taking me to the e-verification post. So this is an e-sign center where all my KYC contract is opening. Total my whole thing which I just filled in is there as a contract. It is lying there. I just said okay, it is all fine, and it is asking me to enter the Aadhaar number for OTP. I entered the Aadhaar, my OTP came, and you see how OTP. I just entered the OTP. Once I entered the OTP, it is saying good, signature done, and it is, I have to wait. It is showing transaction successful. People generally again stop here. Don't. So that's why this video is important. You don't have to stop here because this is transaction successful outside. This is the page. Okay, this is the page which says take me back to the app. So you have to go back to the app to finish your things. So I just came back to the app, and then finally when I click here, my KYC is done. So say it's almost done. Once it is done, immediately after that, it is asking me to invest now. And for that, once I click here, invest now, it will open up the application form for me, which is a BSE application or NSE application form, which we need to really give. So this was the simple things, friends. So I am just giving you a copy of this also in your chat so that you people can use it for your help. So okay, I just submitted in chat. Okay, so now going back to the flow. So as you saw, if you create your client code from admin app or even from the Finsys client app, and it's very simple. Like in this case, I use the client app because I am doing it in behalf of my customer. So what is the flow? If KYC is no, the video KYC is done. If KYC is yes, straight away it takes me to upload the cancel check and signature. and account is created. Now the beauty is, just unlike BSC, in BSC, what was the issue? The issue was you had to download it. You had to download the AOF, get it signed. But in Finsis app, you get it pre-signed, because the customer signature which we have captured on plain paper, that gets signed. Let me show you how it gets signed. And the whole bundle comes to you on your mail, that dear sir, please upload it. So that's a very simple. I'm showing you how it comes. You see this is the mail, the tip file which comes to you on a mail. Everything which customer has filled on your app is there. The signature which we have captured on a plain paper is there, and the cancel check which we captured on the app is also there. You only have to download it and submit it. So what you saved on, friends, you saved on the time, you saved on the paper AOF problem. Your ready-made TIFF file is there, sent on your email immediately. You only have to upload it and close it. FATCA is parallelly done, because we captured all the details of FATCA also. Now, the only difference is NASH. What is NASH? NASH is done if the SIP is created from our app. If the SIP is not created from our app, NASH has to be created from BSE, because in BSE, NASH has no rules. You can create NASH for your customer who is not even opening SIP. So in BSE, you can do that. But in case of Finsis, NASH can only be opened if you are opening an SIP, and that also automatically online, friends. So that I will show you in my next session also, or may not be the next, in other sessions also. So the code is automatically mapped to your Finsis database. In the BSc, what was the basic job? That once you do all these efforts, you had to paste the code in Finsis software, because Finsis software do not know, in this case, when you are opening the code from BSc, your Finsis software do not know that there is a code created in BSc. How will it get to know? So you have to copy that code from BSc and search the client in Finsis and paste that code against that client, so that Finsis should know, oh, acha, this client has got the code. Okay. And then in future, you will start transaction. But today, when I am closing this chapter, I am hopeful that you all have learned the basic onboarding difference from BSc versus Finsis, and you have understood that what are the basic time savings and advantages which you have. In my another session, we will talk about lot of other things, like bulk promotion of transactions, how you can generate and send bulk links to your customers. Then we will talk about, under digital marketing, that how you will use BSc links and other things to create nice content and push it. What should be the frequency to do that, and what will be the mediums? So we will again come back to digital marketing after understanding the second part, that is transaction creation in BSc or MSc. So friends, as I said, that I will be talking about conversion and execution, to come back to my and join both of my session, which I started from chapter 1. So this stage 2 and 3, I have covered stage 2 today only. 3 will be covered in my next session. Recordings are already there. There are few people who tell me that, Abhinesh, I want to talk to you. I have a different questions which I want to talk about. So how could I contact you? So for them also, I have given a handout link. I am again posting that link for your help. So let me give you that simple link. I have a booking calendar. I am showing you how you can use that, because this is a very important thing. So this is my booking calendar. I am posting it in the chat, please copy it. Okay, so I just pasted it. I'm showing you how to reach to me easily. So as I said, my basic sessions, there are paid sessions which obviously it's not concerning you all, but those who are taking the paid sessions, they book through this link. But for you, general training and queries related to Finsis utilities, you just click here, book now. Once you book now, click on book now, you see my basic timing and timelines. It's a half an hour session which you can book for, uh, and maximum which we expect from you, that don't book for more than 3 times a week. So otherwise people will not get time for others. So you just take your time, book it, and your a link will come to you for a Zoho meeting directly on your email. So it's very simple. You just book your pages and use your times with me if you want for any discussion. So that's something which I request you all. And the second most important thing which I would like to inform, that this time the newsletter is changed. So this is the last thing before I really go. There are a lot of people among you who use our newsletter services, and as you know, newsletter we issue every first to fifth of month. And earlier we used to give you a PDF, but now we have started posting from this month. The newsletters will be posted in your MailChimp account. So in your MailChimp account, you will get a newsletter link which you can promote easily through WhatsApp or an email or a Facebook. And you will have all the newsletter here in the same place. So this is how we are going to use the newsletter from this month. So those who are actually have ordered us for newsletter, they must be aware that from this month newsletter will be more easier for you to promote, because you will just get a link which is a beautiful MailChimp completely link, wherein your customers can have an option to subscribe also. They can click and visit other things also. We are putting some strips and all. So for newsletter people, it's going to be the fantastic month for you. And it's already printed for this month. We will send you the copies. We'll start delivering the copies soon, in a day or two. So start promoting your newsletter. And for a question answer, I'm just putting it down, my whole screen sharing. Let me stop it here so that you may ask your questions if any.